If you're a plastic surgeon doing over $30,000 a month or a plastic surgery clinic owner, then this video might be for you if you're struggling with acquiring new patients and scaling your clinic above 7 figures with the correct infrastructure and with the correct AI systems in mind, as well as attract the right kinds of patients you actually want to do business with, right? So in this video, in the next 5 minutes, I will show you exactly how to use AI, as well as how to have the right systems and infrastructures in place to get you beyond that 7-figure mark, as well as how to have a consistent patient acquisition funnel to attract patients you actually want to do business with, as well as getting 5- and 4-star reviews to build your digital authority and reputation online. With that said, let's get started with the SEA framework, which is having specific emotional and attention-driven ads, right? So what we usually see in the market is a lot of these stock photo, mommy makeover, discounted ads. Now, that's not really what you want to do in terms of advertising, because you have no differentiation factor when patients see these kinds of advertisements. The only thing they can make their decision on is the pricing, right? Like, how big is your discount? And then you attract patients that are really not the best types of consumers, who are cash paying patients, right? So what you do, and the simplest change you want to do, is create an advertisement that's gonna take you like one hour, 90 minutes, that basically shows your expertise and offers a free consultation to give them as much value on the front end as possible, right? Free plastic surgery consultation, body composition analysis with a board certified doctor. Very good example right here. This is something that will significantly increase your conversion rates, because think about it. When you're standing out of the crowd by offering a consultation, people are just more likely to go for it, because obviously it's free, they have nothing to lose, and they're gaining a bunch of value. It also attracts very serious buyers, you know, because obviously they won't go on a call with you if you're not really interested in continuing with the plastic surgery. Now, with that said, let's go back to the main overview of how to dominate your industry and go beyond 7 figures, because in the first, you want your patients to see the advertisement, get them hooked, right? And when they click on the Learn More button, you want the patients to fill out information on a form, including their email, number, and basic info. Do you smoke? How soon are you considering surgery? You want to understand the quality of the lead. Now, that information you want to store from your Facebook, gets pulled into your CRM, customer relationship management software, which is where you want to store all of your data, all of your patient information, all of the information of your leads, past customers, and there you can basically track how many leads you booked, right? How many leads converted into paying patients, etc., to basically see what kind of metrics you need to improve upon. After that, you want to call leads within 4 minutes. Right, because nobody has any attention span nowadays, especially if they're a consumer on social media. They have thousands of interesting videos. Why would they pay attention to your advertisement for more than 3 minutes, right? So you need to make sure to capture on their really limited interest of 5 minutes and have somebody call within 5 minutes. We basically have a team available who's calling them from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And after that, an AI agent will contact them and book them in for a consultation. So 24/7, you have somebody reaching out to patients and leads within 4 minutes. And I cannot stress this hard enough, because not enough clinics do it. And it's such a big money waster, because you're just leaving money on the table, right? Right? The Harvard Business Study says if you call leads within that time, you're 9 times more likely to convert them into a paying patient, as opposed to a few hours or even a day later, right? So logically, 78% of patients just go to the first clinic that replies. It's just common nature. If you have the reputation to back it up, amazing. Now, then you want to basically pre-qualify them to see if they're worth your time, if they fit any of the criteria for the surgery, and book them into a consultation on the Google Calendar or any of your EHR systems or CRMs. Depending on what you have. And once they go on to the last page of the instant form, what you want to do is link it to a landing page that basically sells the consultation itself, right? Have a landing page that really shows your authority and that you know what you're doing and that you can provide the services they deserve, right? So for instance, here's a really good example I found. Love the way you look with rhinoplasty. You directly see the reviews, 327 real self reviews, 179 on Google, and then you can directly request a free consultation, as simple as that, right? And they even see that there are 2 steps, so it's really easy to fill out. Any accreditations or certifications, amazing. 500 plus Google reviews. Such Google reviews, I wanted to cry tears of joy, really help, because it just shows that there are real people that had transformative treatments. 4 reasons to choose us, right? And also have an introduction of the surgeon, right? And that just brings a lot of trust. Also have a history of the surgeon to make sure that they're acquainted with whoever is going to be at the consultation and that they know what they're doing, that they have the experience to back it up. Yeah, so have a beautiful landing page that basically states your value proposition and shows your authority, sells the consultation. Once you do that, they will also be booked into a Google Calendar after you qualify them, obviously on phone. Now, after what happens, you have the surgery obviously after a few weeks, and what you want to do is afterwards, you don't want to leave them alone. No, after a few months after they've healed and they're completely satisfied with the treatment, right, depending on the treatment and the healing phase, obviously, you activate a 5-star review system. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, how do you only collect 4 and 5-star reviews, right? Only 5-star reviews. You have an AI agent reach out to past happy customers and request some feedback, and upon positive feedback, a fake review request is sent. Now, if they only choose 1, 2, 3 stars, they don't even get to go to the real review link on Google, right? Because they will be sent to a feedback form that they will fill out, and you get information on how to improve. It's a win-win. And if they click on 4 and 5 stars, they get to be directed to the real Google review link, upon which they will fill out a good review. Now, there's also an option to give them a bonus discount voucher on another treatment, depending on what kind of different packages or treatments that you offer, right, as an incentive to basically provide further purchases. Or you can also have a discount voucher that can be used by friends or family as a referral program combined into the review program. Now, going back to the system, you get more 5-star reviews, which is amazing because you can leverage that on your landing page and on your website to get more clients through the door. Now, what happens if they do not go to the landing page, do not return your calls, and do not book a consultation, which is going to be the majority of people, right? So we call them. There needs to be a system in place where you call them 5 times over the next week when they're off work, right? So the chances of you reaching them is significantly higher. Now, you also want to have a value-based follow-up system on SMS, WhatsApp, as well as email. And you want to follow up with them for an entire year, but not so much that it feels like spam, right? And what you want to do is you want to follow up in a value-based sequence. Don't send marketing templated message with emojis, right? Long blocks of text. Don't do that. Send human-like messages that feels like a human employee is actually reaching out to them and inquiring about their needs, sending them information, right? Use abbreviations, don't use emojis, send short texts, right? Build some typos into the automation so it feels human. It feels like not an AI is reaching out to them or an automation is reaching out to them, even though it's an automation reaching out to them, obviously, right? So here you can have a look and stop the video to take a look at the personalized value-based follow-up sequence made by Mr. Alex Hormozi himself, he is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, probably a billionaire by now. So this stuff works basically, right? And this is something that you want to implement into your systems ASAP to see a very high increase in conversion. Because think of it, if you're seeing a human reaching out, you would definitely be more likely to respond, right? If you'd like an in-depth document and analysis over everything that I've just talked about and you find it interesting,